Cancer. This is your love and relationship reading for December 2019, end of the year. So let's see what's going on. This is a prelude to the new year, of course. Now, your reading for November, the theme was on the same page, and some of the things that I saw in your cards from November's reading was you and your partner just trying to both go in the same direction as far as the relationship. So let's see what's going to happen. We have Temperance in reverse. This is King of Wands. So I'm still getting a little bit of conflict. You know, Temperance, of course, is very watery, and it's a major arcana card. I have the World, which is interesting. The World is about end of a chapter, so maybe what I'm seeing in these first three cards with your partner or love interest is a little bit of transition. I have Strength, and you have three major arcana cards so far, so big shifts and changes. I have Queen of Cups in reverse. Ooh, all right. We're going to look at that for sure. I have Karma in reverse. So you have some four major arcana cards. Big turbulence here. If you were on an airplane flight, if your relationship was a flight, yes, the pilot would say, we've got some turbulence, but hang in there. This is Seven of Wands. I have the Moon. Last card, Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, of course, I will pull one more card for the outcome. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. And when you have that many major arcana cards, big changes, permanent changes that are going on. And I just want to also draw your attention to this Queen of Cups that's right here in the middle. And I love it when a significator for a sign comes up, because in this particular tarot deck, the Queen of Cups represents Cancer, and she's reversed. So it's interesting that Temperance is reversed, which is about emotional balance. You have those two cups here, right? And that's upside down. So there's a little bit of emotional detachment with you, Cancer, especially seeing that your significator is right in the middle of the spread, the root issue. And so emotionally, with Temperance in reverse and the Queen of Cups, she's holding her cup of water as well. A little bit of emotional changes. You're in your feelings. And even though you have a lot of major arcana cards here and some reversals, I'm not picking up a big crisis here in your relationship. As I said, going back to my analogy, if this was a flight, the pilot would say, we have a little bit of turbulence, but we're going to get to our destination safely. Don't worry about it. Just put your seatbelts on. And so December, I feel like the relationship is going through shifts and changes for a reason, these big shifts and changes. And we have some fire here with this King of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So we have a little bit of conflict with fire and water. And remember, and this could be your significant other or your love interest, of course. But remember, fire changes things. Fire is very intense. And I feel like the fire is showing up here not only because of the energy in your love interest, and your love interest doesn't have to be a fire sign, but I feel that some of you, as far as the thoughts and feelings and what your significant other's going through, this fire is surrounding them because they're going through changes as well. And it's putting you a little bit, I think it's just putting you off a little bit. You might find that your love interest is going through changes and adjustments in the relationship on different levels that might be emotionally pushing you away. And that's something that you shouldn't react too much to. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the reversal of water with these, with this energy of fire, with the King of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Your partner is, I feel like your partner is sort of very stubborn, a little bit of stubbornness, because King of Wands, they're very outgoing, extroverted, you know, all of those things about fire, the passion. But when you hold that wand, holding that wand is about your will and your intent and your creativity and your direction. So some of you might find that your partners or significant others are a little bit demanding and a little bit inflexible. So a little bit of conflict here from what I'm seeing with the fire and water. And I feel also with these major arcana cards, and I need to unpack these. So your temperance is in reverse, slight imbalance. That's what I'm seeing. And sometimes when there's a little bit of imbalance, or when there's a little bit of conflict and things are out of whack, that's for a reason. Sometimes there are growing pains and shifts. And so as things adjust in a relationship, as you two still try to get on the same page, yes, there's going to be that turbulence. So I'm not necessarily seeing this temperance in reverse as a bad thing for you. I think it's going to be about you. I think it's going to be about you trying to find your emotional sweet spot with your partner. Your partner might be a little bit controlling, and of course this will all play out in different ways for thousands of you Cancers. But the biggest thing is this: you emotionally trying to adjust to the growing pains in the relationship. You have the World, you have temperance in reversal. A little things are out of whack, but then the World comes along, and this has been showing up for a number of readings here for different signs this month. Of course, the World is about the closing of a chapter, and then you move on to a new chapter in your life, a new shift, a new beginning. Okay, and that's a rebirth, and there's nothing wrong with that. So the past influences for December, it's about your partner going through a rebirth, your partner growing into the relationship. And even if you're in a long-term relationship, it feels as if some of you are dealing with certain issues and conflicts and disagreements that are going to make the relationship stronger. So those are the influences that I'm seeing on December. So when we get here, two more major arcana cards, strength, and this is a good thing. Note how strength is supporting temperance. The relationship is strong. There's a strong foundation for this relationship. It's just a matter of you two getting through this together. The Queen of Cups is in reverse, of course, and it's next to karma in reverse. Now remember, karma, it's about destiny and fate. The simplest explanation: what goes around comes around. I feel like in this partnership, some of you are dealing with some negative decisions, bad decisions or bad judgments or regrets, some resolution that needs to happen. So when this is in reverse, the change is still going to be a little bit different, a little bit difficult. Note how karma is under the world. And so what I'm seeing in the relationship are you and your partners trying to resolve bad decisions in the past, arguments in the past, things like, well, can we get through this? Can we let it go? That's the biggest message I'm getting from karma in reverse for your relationships. Letting things go so that you can move on. And once again, I feel like strength is sort of keeping, there's this working out that you two will get through in spite of the fact that emotionally you might find yourself a little bit detached, a little bit anxious, a little bit depressed. And you're dealing with the fallout from, your partner dropping the ball in the relationship, and that once again plays out. Maybe some dishonesty, maybe some avoidance in the relationship. They're not helping you make the relationship work. They're not pulling their fair share. So just note that this can all play out in different ways based on the type of relationship you have, whether you're just now starting to date, or whether you're married, or whether you're in a long-term relationship. It's going to be about you, Cancers, managing your emotions and feeling like the relationship isn't working, but it is, because strength in the world are sort of like guaranteeing that this turbulence that you're feeling anxious about the relationship, and maybe the relationship might come to an end. Things are not always what they seem. It's just a matter of finding that balance again. So as we get here, you have one more major arcana card. That's the moon. And the moon is always a warning, be careful. There could be danger ahead. And the moon is surrounded by the 7 of Wands. And remember, that 7 of Wands, that fire, I feel like the wands here are giving me sort of the energy of your partner and what your partner is thinking and feeling. And I feel like your partner, one of the reasons that some of you Cancers might be emotionally anxious or worried or depressed about the state of the relationship is that your partner is a little bit defensive. They want to be in this relationship, but they're also defensive about commitment. Okay? And so as you head beyond December, where will December end? I see in the future your partner being a little defensive about the relationship. They might be acting out, so the moon is coming along to sort of like giving you a heads up here. They're giving you a heads up about this 3 of Swords reversed. And this is the card of heartbreak. No one wants to see it. But there's going to be a little bit of disappointment. When this is in reverse, it means the healing process is delayed. Now, this is a card about healing. Sometimes, people see this and they see, heartbreak, disappointment, breakup. But when it's not reversed, this is also about healing and going through the healing process. There's still things. I feel like this is about your partner hurting you in the past and betraying you, and you're still trying to get past it. That your partner is pushing you away, and for some of you it might mean a disappearing act. Once again, maybe dropping the ball, and it feels as if your partner is still trying to be secure in the relationship, to know what they really want, but they don't. Some of you might find that your partners are not handling it well, where, are you going to commit or not? What is it that you really want in a relationship? But it's also a matter of trust and your partner fully committing to you 100%. And so when I look at that Seven of Wands, I'm seeing your love interest or partners in a struggle. And so this is the oracle warning you. Your partner is still going through that struggle. They might still be dealing with previous issues or grudges. I feel like for some of you there was an argument or disagreement in the past that kind of became a bigger obstacle than you intended in the relationship. I'm shuffling for your outcome card. But once again, I feel like this is some turbulence that you will be able to ride out because of the Strength card. You have a Two of Wands. Now, this is a wonderful card playing on the theme of the wands here in your spread. This is a card of partnership. And it's also a card about future success. It's not complete success. You haven't conquered yet. But you see the man with the two wands looking out, and he's making plans. He has positive expectations. And so for you Cancers, you should, at the very least, give your partner the benefit of the doubt. Their behavior, you don't have to accept, you know, if you're, depending on how your love interest or partner is acting out, you don't have to deal with that. Okay, but it's also a matter of, I feel like some of you are confused by your partner's actions. Emotionally, you're like, what the hell is wrong with this person? But your partner is going to get to, I feel like in the new year, after December, some of you will find that your partners still want to commit. They still want to be in the relationship, but they have to work out their own issues. And you shouldn't be anxious about that. You shouldn't worry about it. As I said, the message that I'm picking up from the Oracle is that some of you will need to just step back a little bit emotionally and let your partner, you know, they might act out a little bit, but if they have a little bit of space, they will eventually come around. Okay. So that's the reading. I feel like you might be a little frustrated and disappointed in your love interest or partner. But as I said, I feel like the month of December for your partners, as far as thoughts and feelings, is them deciding where they want to be in this relationship, and they're going to get there. But it's really about a relationship adjusting and growing, and people learning to trust and not be defensive. So I want to thank everyone for your support as always. And in another week, 2019 yearly predictions are coming for all astrological signs. And after this video, you might want to click on your 2018 predictions from last year. If you're a new subscriber, or if you're watching my videos for the first time, check it out. Maybe you'll find that I might have picked up on some things during 2018 that actually played out. So before you get to the 2019 predictions next week, please check out the 2018 readings from last year. Okay, so I hope you all are getting into the holiday mood, and I hope that you're experiencing love within and love without, and that you're spending it with people you love. Most importantly, yourself. Okay? So take care. I will see you next month, and as always, I wish you love and light.